Hey, it's Clay at claytrader.com. This will be my top 10 stocks as we head into Tuesday, April 25th. This will be a technical analysis breakdown. So if you're someone that uses charts within your trading, or maybe you're just interested in learning more about charts and how they can be used as a tool to help make good decisions as a trader, this will be a video for you. First off, a couple quick clarifications. Number one, the price you see over here will be changing, and the candlestick you see right there will be moving around. That is because the market's still open for a small amount of time, but I like to do these videos when the market is still open because sometimes we can capture some really interesting late day price movement. Second, I'll be using the 30-minute time frame, which means each one of these candlesticks here represents 30 minutes worth of time. So stock number one here, INAB, big mover today, and now we have ourselves a good solid pattern. And I make that comment because when you have patterns that a lot of other people are watching and wondering about, call it a self-fulfilling prophecy, call it whatever you want, it can produce some very dynamic movement. So let's get this pattern here drawn into play. Top part of the pattern, main breakup point, at least in my opinion, right up there at $3.50. And then this next part of the pattern is more so this area of support right there. Bit of a trend line, which is essentially where the price bounced off of this last 30 minutes. Let me change that to green to represent the support period of the pattern. And then maybe make this easier to see. Let's keep it one color. So we have our resistance, we have our support, we have the big upward move right here. For you golfers, we'll make it more visual, put the golf hole down here. So this would be known as a bull pennant pattern. Again, no such thing as a guarantee, but is it valid? Is it plausible to think, even if it's just a self-fulfilling prophecy, that if the price comes up there and breaks up through there, that break in and of itself creates additional buying pressure and momentum? That's certainly a potential plausible outcome. So if you like bull pennants and you like this price range down below $5, keep an eye on it. Next one, BBBY, which had the big news today of officially filing for bankruptcy. So why would I even bother to follow this? Well, for those of you longtime viewers out, or not viewers, longtime traders, but WAM, Washington Mutual, before they got the Q on it, and when they got the Q on it way back in like 2008-ish, that thing was going bonkers. And that does not mean that's what's going to happen here, but it is a former meme stock. It is a cult stock. A lot of people watching, a lot of people still care about it. So you never quite know, worth at least keeping an eye on. And what I find interesting here is that the selling seemingly has stopped for now. The bottom has hit 18, and you can see the price just kind of has chopped around sideways. Now, let me be very clear. I wish I could say trading was this easy. Just because the price has gone sideways does not mean for sure guaranteed this is indeed the bottom. But is it now a little bit plausible? Is it a little bit rational to think, hey, maybe, just maybe this is some sort of bottom? And that's what a watch list is all about, finding unique, finding interesting situations, and not randomly rushing out and buying stuff, but watching it and seeing how things play out. So maybe 18 cents is not any sort of bottom, but again, given the dynamic of a cult stock, the big news, all this different other things, and especially if you like penny stocks, worth keeping an eye on and seeing if this 18 cents can continue to hold. The longer it holds, the more credence that provides that, yeah, maybe this is some sort of bottom. Next one, MULN. This will mean a bit more to those of you that watched the video from Friday, but talked about this green line here, and so far so good. The price is indeed holding very, very nicely at that green line. You're getting some secondary support via the purple line there, which on my chart denotes a famous 50-period moving average. But point here being that this general area right here would be an area that you would want to see hold as support. And again, to give credit where credit's due, you can see it is indeed holding as support. Now, if the price continues to separate to the downside of that area, at that point, that's where things start to get a little bit sketchy. And you got to start to wonder, okay, maybe this thing was just one sort of dead cat bounce where it went up and came straight back down. But that's not the case here, because as of now, the price still hanging around that area, so continue to watch that. If the price does come back upwards, then this trend line here still is going to be playing a vital role. Price gapped up above it this morning, but that didn't last very long, and then back down it went, which puts the breakout point essentially right up there around the 11-cent mark. But yeah, as of now, hanging on by a thread. It's maintaining that level of support. Can it do that on Tuesday? We'll see what happens. Next one, FRC, and very, very nice mover today. Another solid pattern here, but it all goes back to, and I do this trend line, I don't remember. I think within the past couple of weeks, but price finally got up here, hit that trend line and broke through it, and you can see the rest is history. Very, very nice breakout underway, but I'm going to go ahead and just get rid of that line there as it served its purpose. But now we have a couple new dynamics to watch, and this should look like a very familiar pattern. So we have our key breakout point right up there at $16.15. We have this area of support right there. So again, let me change that to green, and I'm sure some of you know exactly where I'm headed with this, so bear with me. And then to keep this the same color, we have our resistance, we have our support, we have the big move up right here, we have the golf hole down here. So we have ourselves another bull pennant pattern. The biggest difference is just the price range. I know the other one was down below $5, but if you like stocks a little bit pricier than that, then this definitely fits that criteria. And check out, I love this, last 30 minutes, volume bar getting that much bigger. Look at the volume over here, just absolutely pouring in right now. So we'll see if this momentum can carry into Tuesday. Next one, AMC, which was all over the place today. And when all was said and done, not a whole lot of change. Now, yes, I realize intraday, the price everywhere. But when you stop and think about where the price was over the past couple of days, broadly speaking, right around here. Broadly speaking, right around here. And then you look at where the price closed. Well, right back to where it's been. But like I said, that does include the big drop here and then the big recovery right back upwards. But like I said, when all the dust is settled, when all the drama has completed, the price is right back inside of that range. So the key dynamics to continue to watch moving forward are going to be all about these areas of resistance, mainly the pink line there, 200 period moving average, and as I already talked about, that purple line, the 50 period moving average. You can see both these are essentially right up around the same value, but let's just call it the $5 mark will be that near-term level of resistance. In terms of levels of support, $4.90 remains that level. It was broken today temporarily, but that just shows how crazy the day was, because broke that support all the way down there, and not only did it get back up to the support, it got back up above it, which again just shows how crazy today was. So if you like craziness, then definitely keep an eye on AMC. Real quick, want to take a break and personally invite you to get signed up for this free live online class that I'm offering later on this week. So if you've been enjoying what you've seen and you want to learn more about this tool, how it can and should be used to build consistency to manage risk, then definitely get signed up for the free live class. If you're watching on YouTube, there's a link down in the description box. If you're watching at my site, there's an area right there on the webpage you can click to get signed up. So like I said, if you've been enjoying, then definitely get signed up for the free live class. Next one here, ACON, and this is I'm not going to say a destroyed chart, but it's starting to look pretty ugly. But you longtime viewers, you know what I'm going to say next. There can be opportunity in the ugly. And a couple of ways you can play this. If you're somebody that likes to play, potential turnarounds, then you got to think that this is a resistance level that a lot of people have drawn, which reintroduces that topic of self-fulfilling prophecies. So for somebody that likes to play breakouts, could potentially see the logic of, waiting to see if it breaks up through there and going with some sort of breakout. But if you like to play more so pullbacks and you want to see this thing get even more ugly, then like I said, there can be opportunity ugly, because if this thing can get down there to that dollar mark, then that presents a very, very interesting scenario. No such thing as a guarantee, but assuming you can be disciplined, manage risk and stop losses, then even if it comes down there and gets even a modest bounce, let's just say to even right there, relative to what was being risked, that could provide a very nice risk-reward scenario for you. So if you like to play these sorts of situations where something was looking pretty ugly, but you know what, looking for opportunity within the ugly itself, keep an eye on it. Next one here, TSLA Tesla, and overall, very, very nice bounce, just a slow and steady grind, essentially all late morning and afternoon long. But the thing is, you got to keep in mind, assuming you care about the bigger picture, what was going on before this upwards grind right here? Well, you had this big drop right there. So in all actuality, all I've drawn here is a bear flag pattern. Now, just because something's bullish does not mean the price is going to go up. Just like if something's bearish does not mean that the price is going to go down. But my core idea here that I'm trying to convey is that, yeah, there's no doubt about it. Nice move here, but I'd be a little skeptical, because all it's done is completed a bear flag pattern. So I don't think anybody would be shocked. While it's not guaranteed, I don't think it would catch anybody off guard to just see a bear flag, continuation to the downside. So in fact, let me just get rid of these lines here as they serve their purpose. I do want to keep that one up there, as it's looking like that 165.75 area will be a key level of resistance. But as far as supports are concerned, got to think a lot of people have drawn that trend line right there, both longs and shorts. Mainly, I think the shorts probably because they're wondering, that would be the bottom of that bear flag pattern. But yeah, keep an eye on it. I know I'll be keeping an eye on it. But to be fair, it's Tesla. Who knows? Maybe this bounce here is the start of something much bigger to the upside. So that's what makes trading exciting. Next one here, same general idea, so I'm not going to spend a lot of time on it. But yes, you are right. There's no doubt about it. Very nice upwards channel here. But again, what was going on before this upwards channel? Well, you had this big downwards move here. So like I said, kind of a broken record right here, as with Tesla. Yeah, a nice bounce. Yeah, could be the start of something much bigger. But from the bigger picture, it is a bear flag pattern. So however you want to approach these situations, if you like to play puts or go short, or who knows, maybe you're someone that's like, no, I like bear flags because I like to try to play the long side because I think it can keep going up. However you want to approach it, that's obviously up to you. But like I said, I don't want to spend any more time on it because you just heard me talk about all this stuff with Tesla. So yeah, AMD, another bear flag pattern. Next one, AMZN, and I like this one here because we essentially have one of my favorite patterns, which is the ascending triangle. So maybe some people would disagree with how I'm describing this ascending triangle, but that right there is the near-term level of resistance right there at 106.75. And then instead of using the trend line, and you could use a trend line, you could draw something like that in there to illustrate it. But what I'm going to do is I'm just going to use that purple line there as a trend line because the trend line has revealed itself to be very well respected. Yeah, you can see it right there. You can see a couple times right there, well respected. Right there, well respected. So if the price comes down here, does that mean for sure guaranteed it'll be well respected? No, there's no guarantees. But my point is, if you, and let's just do the skin in one color. So if we have our resistance right there, and we're going to use our moving average as a trend line itself and do something like that, here we have the ascending triangle where maybe it needs to bounce around a little bit before going back to the upside. So can the bulls get the break to the upwards side? Worth keeping an eye on. But if you're somebody that does like ascending triangles, then keep an eye on AMZN. Next one here, TQQQ, which is an ETF that measures the NASDAQ. So if you believe that the NASDAQ market as a whole is going to rise, this one will also rise. It just allows you access at a much lower price point, which makes it very popular. And this will mean a bit more to those of you that have watched past videos. But if you have, you know that we've been tracking now that resistance trend line right there. And I mean, not to pat myself on the back, but I'll turn it into a plug for the free class. But get signed up for the class. I mean, check it out. Look right where the price got rejected this morning. Opening 30 minutes. Rejected right there. Granted, there were the moving averages there, but that trend line was right there too. And it's already rejected from there several times before. So like some of these other stocks, yeah, a nice upwards move here. Yeah, there's the bear flag. But even with the nice upwards move, the biggest thing, especially I think, which is very visual in this one, is, yeah, nice bounce, but still down below that level. And as long as the price is still down below that trend line, you got to give the advantage to the bears. Now, yes, the bulls could come up and blast through that level, and then that starts to change the conversation. But as of right now, the conversation needs to remain in the bears' corner because as of now, you can see, oh, nice bounce, rejected. Oh, nice bounce, rejected. Oh, nice bounce, rejected. Again, does that mean that this bounce is going to be rejected? No, there are no guarantees. But could somebody accuse you of being crazy for thinking that it could get rejected and go back down? No, I mean, it's happened like 8 times before. Not 8, let's see, 1, 2, so 3 times before. I exaggerate a little bit there. But my point here is that, yeah, you can be bullish, but be very skeptical. And I completely see those people that are bearish because, yeah, you're just tracking the current pattern on the trend. So that wraps up the top 10 list. Again, if you like what you saw here, then I want you to get signed up for the class. It'll be later this week, Thursday, April 27th at 7 p.m. Eastern time. So I hope to see you there. As far as the top 10 videos are concerned, if you enjoy these, do 2 things for me. Hit the like button, leave a comment. Tell me what you traded today. Did you make money? Tell me what you're watching tomorrow. But those 2 things help out the channel, help out with the YouTube algorithm, and I thank you in advance for it. So thanks for watching. Hit that like button, leave a comment, and get signed up for the free training. Take care.